Hello Digidestins, this is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we have a match, Lilithamon Loop versus the anti-meta deck. He's been trying to see how well his deck does against a lot of meta, so it was fun to do this while I was on vacation. It does help out a lot. Remember guys, this is while I'm away. Hopefully you enjoy it. More videos to come, more excitement. Let me know what you want to see more of, and I will see you afterwards. Let's go into our game against Purple Lilith Loop versus the anti-meta aggro deck. So he flips up Ridemyavatar and goes into Pulsemon. Really a solid play right there, I definitely do say. He brings me to 2 because he goes into Unimon. So I draw, I get pretty much my full combo here, which is really nice. So I Digivolve into Gabumon after Digivolving on top of Tsukimon, which is the new one for Bt-6. I debate on dropping down a Tamer, but I don't. I Digivolve right into from Gabumon from the trial deck into the Devimon from the trial deck. Then I drop down Monoka, the one that it's a tamer that'll reset us to 3 at all times, which is really important, and I do definitely agree with the ability to be able to set yourself to 3. But a white tamer in this deck definitely helps out because now you don't have to take up 4 slots, it's just 1. So he's planning and trying to see what to do against my deck. So he puts down the Pulsemon right there, goes to 0, then draws. Then he brings me to 4 by playing the TK down. So we go to 4. We promote up the Devimon. I debate on what I'm going to go into. I decide Black War Growlmon is the best option paired to Lady Devimon. I wanted to see what I could get out of the deal. So I'm going to Digiburst everything I got. He ends up grabbing Angelwolmon out of the trade. I just go for the old-fashioned Gabumon comes out. So there we go. Now we're kind of set up for whatever I have to do later. So I Digivolve into Lilithmon early enough, giving him 3, drawing myself a card. It'll take him a little bit to get out of the situation he is in, but we're kind of set if I have to go into loops or anything like that. Our deck isn't really set up. It's kind of early to go into this, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. He Digivolves his Pulsemon into Apemon, which is not a bad play at all. He's got his Unimon out. He's got to try to break my Lilithmon out because as long as Lilithmon's on board, he's a big threat. And I got some major plays coming to him next turn. He swings in. We're going to go for that beautiful Gazimon security check, just fine by me. So let's see if he's got Blinding Ray in this deck to keep it his turn as much as he can, because that's going to be like the game maker of this situation. So trying to think what else would be really good for us at the moment, but who knows. So he Digivolves into Angelwolmon, preventing my Lilithmon from swinging. I flip up Demimera to Digivolve into the Gabumon from the trial deck. Then I get 2 promotes. I Digivolve into one of the promotes for 1, draw myself a card, and I'm like debating on what to do in this situation, but can't swing in with Lilithmon, which is kind of makes it hard. I'm just double checking my drop. I don't have much going on here. Was debating to go into Omnimon Zawart, but there's no reason for it right now. So I go into Lady Deva, go to 3, draw myself a card, then I draw 2 because of effect. I get a Jax Raid, so I'm debating on what to toss here. I go for 1 Devimon, and then I go for the promote so that if I get the loop off correctly, I can get 2 promotes out and then just swing in for game because of the rush is just permanent. So I can be really explosive here. So he Digivolves his Upamon into Solomon, which is a really nice play if he can get that out and then it can die and then he can clear out all the fun stuff. So let's see what he does here. He goes to 0. He Digivolves into War Greymon, which Boy, oh boy. If I get anything off right, he goes into Blinding Ray, goes to 2. Removes the security. Ooh, it was a Wyvern's Breath. That card would have messed up my day if I went into the combo at all. Now that he's done most of the work for me, I'm going to combo off really hard against him. So I got all the pieces lined up. I can do whatever I need to. He doesn't have a way of getting rid of the Lilithamon. So he's going to bring 1 card to his hand, then trigger. Now play, I get an Impmon off the reveal. He minus 6,000 DP, my poor Lady Deva. So now it's down to 2. He plays a Pulsemon to go up to 3 and draw a card. He really combos heavy off here. His deck he's playing is a very high synergy. Plays really well with it, and I'm very impressed. So major things we have to take into account are some of the plays he's going to do. I'm excited to see what he can do with this deck. He swings in with that War Greymon yet again. Then he slams down a Starmon to get rid of the Lady Devamon, because if he does that, at least that's off the board and he doesn't have to worry about it. I would have went for probably our good girl there. Then I kill it off with an Omnimon Zawart, which is super clutch there. Let's see what else he can do here. I'm at 11. My Jack Raid will go off, and it's going to get really spicy real quickly once I can get this thing to go off. So he's thinking about his play. He goes down to 2. He Digivolves into a Wizardmon in the back, draws himself a card. I'm just set up for the loop. I am really all set for the loop if I decide to go that route. He's going to end up just giving me 3. I think he just I don't remember what he does here. Let's see. What are you gonna do? What's he gonna do? Nothing too crazy. He's a really good player. He doesn't slow play, which I really like. I hate when players just slow play. So he gives me 3 because of my Tamer sets me ahead. He goes right into that Rise Greymon in the back, and it's all she wrote, boys and girls. I got a Wizardmon going. If I had an ultimate ready to go, we would have been fine, but we do not. So we go for that Wizardmon. Hopefully we can get an ultimate in our hand, then we can just cycle the Lilithmon, but we do not. So I go for Jack Raid. I go to 1 by effect of its natural effect, and then 4 by Lilith, which is really good for us. Next, I do Mega Digimon Fusion. Mega Digimon Fusion allows us to go into Omnimon Zawart, real nice. We're gonna mill the top 3. 1, nope. Well, I draw first, then mill. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3. Let's get that beautiful reveals. We're gonna Skull Greymon, which I wish went to my hand, because then I could have played further and just had the little loop go even crazier. But sadly, we did not, which is okay. But we get Genkumon Promote with Rush, and then another Genkumon Promote with Rush. This is how fast this deck could win against a yellow deck. Just be able to Lilith semi-combo off. We're gonna rotate right, bring the Lilithmon to hand, swing into that security, blow up his Starmon, which is very important. I could restand my Zawart, but what's in the fun in that? We have game state anyway, so I swing in with Gabumon, draw a card, trash a card. Got the ultimate I was looking for, so I discard a Zawart, and then we're gonna swing in with a double promote. 1, 2. That's all she wrote, boys and girls. So game 2, let's see how well we fare against this deck. He's gonna go first, I'm gonna go second. Hoping for the best at the end of the day. I really need a good solid matchup. Problem with Lilithmon Loop, it bricks a little bit too easily if you don't see the combo pieces. That's why we're trying to make it work. He flips up Upamon, Digivolves into Starmon, draws himself a card out of this deal, which is not bad. Then gives me 2. He Digivolves into Gatomon, which makes its first appearance. We're gonna then Digivolve Demimera into Impmon. Sadly, there's just no reason to hard play him. Then we have the amazing Gazimon come out. I will choke him to 1. We're hoping to just go wide on him at this point. We need to get a good solid build aboard. He goes into Rise Greymon, giving me 2, which is perfectly acceptable. I promote. I'm gonna swing in twice, hopefully to take out some security and just lose out on some pieces and just hopefully not hit a TK. I really would hate that at this moment. Triggers the draw effect. I get a Larbamon. So I'm like debating. I toss out the Titanmon because I just don't see me getting all these megas going off. And then I'm debating the swing again. I go for that swing. I swing in with Gazimon. I hit the TK second swing. Then I gotta go into Larbamon. I wish I didn't swing. That's like my biggest issue. I wish I didn't swing. I gotta discard a card. I discarded the Lilithamon. I'm just trying to dig deep here, boys and girls. That's my end game. I really want to just dig deep. So he draws. He will then Digiburst 2 to get a Tamer on the board. He plays the Kyrie and the TK combo. He has a little bit of trouble. Tabletop Similar always has trouble against like Baby and then Ultimate for some reason. It's just weird. Just how it is. So we're hoping for the best here. I'm not crazy excited. War Greymon comes in. Oof. That's going to punish us later. I really don't want to get punished badly for this. So let's see what happens. Really want a good head start here, but I've fallen behind way too much and I don't want to keep falling behind. War Raymon comes in for that swing, blows up Larbamon by Rise Greymon's effect, and then Gazimon dies by the War Greymon's effect, and he hits the Jack Raid, buying us a little bit of turn. Sadly, that probably won't help us too much since it's just too early to start digging deep enough with it. Then we get an Impmon, we hatch, we're just gonna try to dig. Gonna Digivolve into Devimon. We get a Wizardmon finally. Woo! We got there, boys. Digivolve into Wizardmon and go to 0, draw us a card. And then I'm debating on going into a War Greymon or Lady Devimon. It's one of those tough calls. I don't know what's the best call in this situation. I think I go Lady Deva just because I know that popping rookies later would be really beneficial. But I should have probably kept the Black War Greymon just to spread out and try to hopefully get stuff back if I lose it. But you live and learn. That's how I see it. So he goes to 5 because of the TK Kari combo. That card just gets really annoying real quick, but hey, it's what it is, right? So he's planning on something spicy against me. So he's going to swing him probably with that War Greymon again. Digivolves his Upamon into a Salamon. Really good card all in general. Hoping to get a good couple hits in this loop, but we have majority of the pieces. We're just missing some pieces. This deck is quite aggro against this, and this deck doesn't like aggro control. So let's see what he does. I think the only weakness this yellow deck he's playing has is like security control, just because security control just walks this matchup very easily. So just because everything it hits doesn't matter, is just either going to kill it or is it just going to deal with a lot of problems at the end of the day. So he's contemplating. I'm hoping for me to get these lethal hits in. He's got 2 security left. And if I just get it going, he's done for. Debating, he's trying to figure out, like, do I choke him out? Do I not? Do I swing? Everything like that. And I'm just waiting patiently. But, like, come on. He's gonna pay to Digivolve that Salamon in the back into a Wizardmon because that card is just not so strong. I like how there's counters for these kind of things, but they make it so that you can't actually get rid of it. Just because the counters are the no Hammer Spark gain Digimons like Guzzy and stuff like that, but they're just so easily removed right now, it's not even funny. Swings in with that Yellow War Greymon. Brings it back. I'm hoping he hits something heavy in this security stack. Security check. It is a War Growlmon. It ain't gonna do anything, boys and girls. It's not worth it. Oh, I wish it just killed it. I would have been so fine with that. But hey, it's how the cookie crumbles, right? Then he swings in again and he hits the promote yet again. It's just setting up. I just need the tamer. Patamon, recovery 1. I draw. I don't have an out to this. I promote up. Should have just probably went with the Larbomon, but it doesn't really matter because I don't have a blocker on state. So, Digivolve into Lilithamon. Go to 3 for him. Draw. He'll go to 5. Nope, we're tied, so he won't go to 5, which is good for me. Let's see what he does. He draws return. He promotes the Wizardmon. He's got enough attacks on board state. I don't have anything at this point. Can't control his board. Can't remove anything. That's like the only downside. I'm really wish I had like Gallantmon and stuff like that in this list sometimes, just so that I can out weird boards like this. There's not enough outs. So if I have double jack raid, I'm pretty good on this, but I really doubt I have the double jack raid at this point. So he swings in with the War Greymon, takes one of that security back, restands. Nothing big enough to kill that War Greymon, sadly. Then he swings in, and that's a Gobblemon. That's all she wrote, boys. Game 2 goes to the anti-meta. Let's see if Lilithmon Loop can actually nab us a game here. I'm really hoping for it. Let's get some victories going. So my hand bricks hard. I flip up a Debimera, and going first is just not in my forte. Remote Genkumon brings him to 6. Oof. I'm just gonna say this right now. Oof. He gets an Upamon, Digivolves into Pulsemon, draws himself a card. And boy, oh boy, I really hate to be in this situation. He plays a TK down. He searches, he digs, he gets some nice value out of this town. I don't have an out. He gets a War Greymon out of this, and that's what's gonna hurt me most, is that Yellow War Greymon can just walk majority of my security at the moment. TK is being TK. 0, he's gonna go. Then he Digivolves into Gatomon because of that. That reason why he paid 2. And then he goes to 3. He gets a War Growlmon out of this. Black War Growlmon. No, regular War Growlmon, not Black War Growlmon. I have Black War Growlmon. Genkumon promotes, swings into that security, trying to take out something special. Gets that Starmon, let's go. Then Digivolves into the... I play another Genkumon, I draw. Sadly, I just don't have an out. War Growlmon comes in, he's gonna Digiburst 2. And subtract the standing one, because there's no reason to subtract the rested one. Then he's gonna Digivolve into that War Greymon he picked up, just because that just to spite me. Evolves into War Greymon. Let's see if we can get an out in our security. I really do hope so. So I'm gonna lose pretty much everything in this swing. It's not even funny. War Greymon takes out one of my Genkomon. He restands. He plays conservatively right now. I probably don't have much outing. So he hits the Zawart defeat. Sadly, it doesn't kill it, which I wish it did. But on the next swing, I will take care of it. But boy, oh boy, I wish I could have killed that War Greymon. Right with a battle. But, he goes to 2. He plays down the Pulsemon. He draws a card. I draw a card. I get starting to see some get out of free jail cards. I Digivolve my Marimon into Devimon, then Digivolve it into a Vilemon to draw me a card that cost me 2 to do so. But hey, we're gonna go in and get rid of that annoying War Greymon here and now. We do not need to keep seeing this card. So I play my Gabumon down. Sadly, it's not like a Lobamon, something to just get us some draw advantage going. I really would love that. But hey, it doesn't happen. He flips up an Upamon. Upamon is just being Upamon. It's just being adorable. He evolves into Salamon. Hey, there we go. Let's see what else he can do. Can he out me? Can he kill me? Can he win? I don't know yet. I can't tell you. I won't tell you the secrets. So he goes to 1 because he Digivolves into our good friend Wizardmon that loves his security stack. He likes keeping it his turn a lot. Digivolves into Angelwomon, preventing Zawart defeat from swinging, which, oof, that makes it tough for me. I promote up my blocker, which makes it super important. I Digivolve into my other blocker, draw myself a card. I'm like, I get Skull Greymon, I can Digivolve up. Maybe I can get out of this. And then I seal my fate here. To be honest with you, if I didn't do this, I would have been fine. If I waited a turn for Skull Greymon and just kept the blockers on board until it was perfect time to get rid of everything, I would have been fine. But I got greedy. I'm gonna say this now. I got greedy. Kind of wish I had the Black War Growlmon, just so that I can Digiburst this stack, so I could have the blocker up later, because I definitely need 2 blockers. Salamon is promoted. Angelwomon's out on the board. Just a party for Kyrie kind of central thing here going on. So let's see what he does. Gives me into 1. Digivolves into Mastamon. Free security removal. I lose a Titamon. Oof. I wish I had the Titamon, to be honest with you. I wish he didn't play Mastamon, because that Titamon would have took out a Yellow War Greymon very easily. That would have been fine and dandy. He's at 3, which is okay, but Titamon's still looking kind of nasty in my hand. Just wish I could do more with it. So I can only dig so far coming turns. I just need enough to stop enough attacks. But that Angelwomon is just breathing down my neck. Sorry, Mastamon's breathing down my neck. So funny to just look at it. It's just the Angelwomon line here. You got the Gatomon, the Salamon, and the Mastamon. Or Talmon if you speak Japanese and you like to hear Tailmon. Let's see what he's gonna do right now. Let's see. Does he have an out? He's thinking, he's thinking, he's thinking. You could definitely punish me here. He's debating to Digivolve that Salamon. So he's thinking, which I don't blame him. I really don't. He's going to bring me to 2. He's going to play his Apemon on top of that Salamon. Now he has a pretty solid champion sitting there. I get the Lady Deva. I draw. Digivolve into Demimera into Gabumon. Kind of wish that I had more going on here. I end up rotating the good friend, you know, Omnimon Zawart, hopefully hitting something big in his security, but I realize he just doesn't have anything big in his security. Nothing to kill that Zawart, which I wish he did. All I need is him to die. Then I would have got rid of the Mastamon, and then I would have had no worries in the world. Would have had enough blockers on board. Then we go for that. Then we go for Titanmon, giving him 4 to play with. I have lethal on board if he can't kill me next turn, which is why I set it up like I did. He goes to 4. I forget to move it properly. That is my fault. I think I bring him to 3 by accident, and that was just me being an idiot. I play the Genkumon with Rush. If I had 4, this would have been game, set, match, because then I would have just swung in with everything. Which I don't even understand why I didn't do that, but hey, we all make mistakes. He had 3. Yeah, I could have definitely cleared out majority of his issues, but he's thinking about it. He's trying to see if he has a way to win, and if he wins this turn, he's got it. If I win, if he doesn't, I win next turn. I just have too much board presence, and that's like the big thing. He needs an out at this point. A couple blinding rays will do it, and that'll seal the deal. So let's see, what does he get for that out? He swings in with the Apemon. I wish he swung in with the Mastamon, but actually no. That gets rid of any shenanigans right there. Like, what can I do to survive here? He hits that blinding ray, which, oof, punishes me hardcore. It's gonna go to 6. He should have went to 7, but Digivolves into Angelwomon. You should be at 4, but hey, goes. He's debating on what to do here. Ugh. So frustrating. He ends up swinging in with the Mastamon, if I remember correctly. Yep. So I'm like, yeah, I need to block this, because if I don't, and I take that hit, it's going to die to a War Greymon anyway, so I don't want it to die to the War Greymon. Bushy comes in, fights an Impmon, it survives. It's because he's slightly beefier than most situations. So let's see what he does here. He Digivolves into that War Greymon. He would have 1 naturally. Swings in, pops that Skull Greymon. Congratulations. Swings in again. If only I swung in 1 more time, he wouldn't have been able to do this combo correctly, because the War Greymon would have done it. But guys, remember, hopefully you like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!